So now I'm going to plot my points. I apologize for the quality of this graph. Obviously on your exam paper it will be a lot clearer. So the first thing I do, I'm going to look at my 2005, 2006. So I've got 46 and 79. That's what it means by plot the data pairs. So I'm plotting 46 and 79. So let's have a look at this. So I've got my 46, which will be here, and my 79 around about here. So I've got one there. Yeah? Next one again is 46 and 61. So 46 there and 61 around about here. Got that one here. So I'm going to plot the points and then can come back later. Hello and welcome to our pre-GCSE revision sessions. Here I've got a question from January 2011 where it asks us to plot a graph. So we've got a graph here. It says use cycling on page 2 of the data sheet, cycling page 2, and what it wants me to do is to plot the data pairs. Now what we mean by data pairs, it's asking me to plot distance travelled in 2005 to 2006 against the 1995 to the 1996. So these values here will go on this axis, and these 1995 values would go on this axis. Now one of the difficult things about these questions is, what scale are you going to use? Okay, a lot of students ask me that, and what I can say is look at the smallest value, which is 19, and the highest value here is 53. So the scale here should cater for the lowest value, obviously 0, it starts at 0, 19 is the lowest value, and also I should go all the way up to 53. Okay, and here the smallest value is 21 and the highest value is 79, so the highest value I can go up to here would be 79. Another thing you have to know when you're using scales is that when you decide how much you're going to go up by, it should be equal. Okay, so for an example, for this axis here, the 1995 one, I know that I have to go up in tens. Okay, now if I go up in tens, if I do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, I can't use that because I have to go up to 80. So that's not good. So what I have to say is, well, do you know what? Let me now go to a slightly smaller one. Okay, so maybe that has to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 and 80. Okay, so I can fit these on here, yeah? Now, for the next one, the 2005 to the 2006, I have to go up to 53. Now, if you look here, the problem is this is a bit smaller. I can't go up in 10s, that's 10, 20, 30. I have to think about another value. Okay, so maybe I can go 10, 20, 30, 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And 53 will be here. So I should actually do that. So this one here is a 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Obviously on your exam paper the grid will be a lot larger and you'll be able to see the grid lines. Obviously on mine, because it's an image, it makes it slightly different. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want you to pause this and try to do this yourself. Please plot the points. Attempt to do this question here. Okay, I've done a video similar to this. It's called directly proportional graphs. Please look at that one to learn how to do it and then attempt to do this question. Okay, welcome back. If you look at my diagram here, I've tried my best to plot them. It's very difficult on this type of quality and using a pen. Anyway, so you should get the idea of the plots. Okay, so I've plotted my graph, the two data pairs. Now the third question says, explain what features of your graph appear to show the distance travelled per person in the 2 years are not directly proportional. Now this always comes up, so it's asking us, what can you see about this diagram that suggests that it's not directly proportional? Okay, so the answer to this always, what you have to look at, if something is directly proportional, all the plots here would be in a straight line. So I would be able to draw a straight line across all the points plotted, and it will go through 0. Okay, so that is directly proportional. Now if I look at this graph, I cannot draw a straight line on any of the points. Yeah, and also if I do try to draw a straight line, I think these 3 are in a straight line. If I try to draw a straight line here, it doesn't go through what we call the origin, which is 0, 0. Okay, so here it says, explain what features of the graph appear to show that the distance travelled in the 2 years is not directly proportional. So here's my answer here. What I'm trying to say here is the straight line cannot be drawn through the point that passes 0. Okay, so if I try to plot my graph and I try to draw the points, the one that sort of goes in a straight line is this one. Okay, so I can't draw my line through them, and they do not go through what we call the origin, which is this one here, 0, 0. If, as I said, they were directly proportional to each other, all the points would go through 0 and they'd be all on one line. So all the points would probably be around about here, yeah, all in a straight line, and I can join them together and pass us through 0. Now most questions that you get like this, this is the answer, standard answer, okay, and if it does go through the origin and it's in a straight line, if they ask you what can you make of your graph, you can say it's direct proportional to each other because I can draw a straight line from the origin and across every single point.